Hello everyone, and this is a new game that I decided to make a video about because I've started playing it and I found it quite enjoyable, and it is The Flame in the Flood. And I'm going to start a new inlands game. So this game obviously is The Flame in the Flood. There's a campaign version in this game, so like there's obviously like the story mode, quote unquote. And then after you complete the story mode, you have endless mode, and that's when you can just go on forever and forever and forever with the game's mechanics and all that. I've already beaten the game through campaign, so I'll be playing on endless mode. And I do, obviously I do recommend, well, you'd have to play campaign, but this is more of just to show you how the game is, and then you can decide on your own if you want to buy it, or play it, or maybe just want to watch it for a little bit. So I'm just going to play the game, and explain the mechanics as we go through, and hopefully some people will feel the want to try the game, buy it, and go through the campaign and have that experience. So obviously we have fires here. So we can look at our stats right now. You can see my character down in the bottom center. That's me. And above there, that little blue bar is my stamina. And so I can run and have my dog Aesop with me, my scout. He'll find materials and resources for me and let me know when there's danger nearby. He'll bark and let me know as well. As you can see, the far right on my statuses, you have the tent there with the Z's coming out. That's obviously my sleep. To the left of that's my temperature, and you look in the top right, we can see the thermometer. We can see right now that the thermometer is, or rather the temperature is high enough to where if we go to my, I don't know what you call this, but I guess my inventory, you can see my gear rating is at a certain level, and since the thermometer isn't below that, obviously it will not feel cold to me because basically my clothes are kind of good enough to wear. It doesn't matter what the temperature is. So the yellow line, as long as the orange yellow line is above, no, wait, if it's below the temperature, then we're good. If it's above, then it's bad. So let's go to the water. Blue is always just water drop, and obviously food is the fork and knife. And you can see top left, I have 0 out of 12 inventory slots. And on Xbox at least, you open inventory with Y. And we have 5 different tabs here. First is my inventory. So this isn't technically my inventory, it's more like just clothes. So it shows you your clothes and your gear rating. So it's really just your gear screen. So right here you can see I have on three whatever you call clothes. What do you call them? 3 pieces of clothes. Let's do pieces. So I only have 3 pieces of clothes right now. Obviously, I'm missing gloves and a hat. So I'm not gonna have the best. I'm gonna have the best gear rating, but it's gonna be good enough for now. To the left, we have my inventory. So this is this is where I'm gonna keep my food, water, and all that good stuff. Crafting, obviously, materials you can craft stuff with it. And the first thing you want to get crafted is obviously the stone knife. It's not obvious, but. And I'll call it obvious, but one of the first things you want to craft is a stone knife because it allows you to begin to craft other stuff that's very important. Here we have inflictions. When you go along your way through the flood, you're going to come across certain scenarios, and you might end up being afflicted with certain things like a broken bone, bleeding, sting, stuff like that. So these are your afflictions, and you can cure them. It'll show you how to cure them. You're going to need to craft certain things to cure them as well. We have goals. Sometimes when we go through the flood, we're going to get these goals to do, and whenever we complete them, like tasks, they're going to reward us with a certain item, and that's what goals are. So those are all my tabs. And we can see here, it explains everything I just explained. Obviously, we just picked up some stuff, and we go over our inventory. We can see it right here. We also have 3 different inventories. There's mine, Aesop's, my scouts, and Aesop's my dog. And we have the raft dash. I'm sorry, that was just a weird combination of the words. Raft dash. Sounds cool. So there are 3 different inventories, and one has to stay. One is stationary. It's on the raft, obviously. But so if you want to go to an island, for say, you have to leave everything on your raft, but you still have the inventory. And a cool thing that you can do with birds is that because you have this, you can shoo away. It's X on Xbox. If I go to this bird and I shoot it away, after I get my stamina back, it's going to drop something for me. It's going to drop a feather. What are feathers used for? Well, feathers are something, you can use them to make bow and arrows, or just arrows. But you can use them to make arrows. So if you see one of those birds, it might be a good idea to scare it away to get a feather. Obviously, we have different things we can search, like that box, for instance. I got jerky, I got a water filter, I got flint, jar. Jars can be used to fill up water, and we have water filter, obviously, because I've already fill. For instance, let's go here. This should work. Obviously, you also have a quick select screen, which is LT for me. So we have food, utilities, and then health. So stuff to fix bleeding, stuff to survive, and just stuff to use to help survive. So if we go here, I'm gonna go to quick select, or you can go through the inventory. I'll use quick select. I'll fill this. And remember, we have this water filter, so we can take this water, which isn't the cleanest, it's polluted, and I can actually turn it through crafting into clean water. And the water filter only has a certain amount of uses. As you can see, it tells you only 3. So do keep in mind for that. Okay. Any other tips? Yes, a quick select menu. It's called the navigate using the, okay, cool. I love how all this stuff is being explained. Oh, we got a task. Our first task, in fact. Basic tools. Craft a stone knife, craft a stone hammer. You're going to need supplies to survive. So basically the game's trying to nudge you into not dying. Which is good, I suppose. And to make this stone knife, we see that we're going to need some flint and a braided cord. And a braided cord, we can make braided cords right now. And we can make them using cattails. I'm not going to do it yet because it's not needed. So now we're going to set out to the flood on a raft with our dog Aesop. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention. This game has lots of music and its own created music. So that is a very, very nice bonus to the gameplay. As you can hear. Well, I do want to let him keep singing because it is very nice. I will talk a little about how the raft works and how the flood works. So we have, I'm not sure what exactly they're called anymore, but I just call them rapids. So these rapids are going to just increase how fast you move dramatically. So you do want to watch out for this while rafting. Now you can turn, and you also have this thing you can push really hard. So right here, I might want to do that. I use X to do it. It's like kind of like a dodge maneuver where you're wrapped, but it does use stamina, so you can't do it. You can't just spam it. Also, something I realized is that the way the little streaks in the water go, like the white lines, is basically telling you which way this is gonna force your raft to go. So here I should turn right here, and then left. So we come to our first site, and it's a campsite. And it says right here, our information often has flint and always has a lit fire. If you do remember, flint is what we needed to make our part of our task, which is a stone knife. And the stone knife is right here. So we just need some we need a braided cord, which we already have. We need one more flint. We have a new task, handyman. Visit a hardware store. Okay. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is yet, but okay, cool. There were some dandelions, I just didn't pick them up. I can though. If you go here, also, we can see go inventory. We do have an option to eat this, although you obviously want to be careful of anything that you can eat. It may not be so safe. So keep aware of that. You might get some food poisoning. Fires do, let's grab rid of this bird real quick and get a feather. Fires do provide crafting. As it says, fire crafting available in the top left. Some things that can only be crafted around a fire or while you're using a fire. So here I can craft dandelion tea. And this can, as it says, alleviate some food symptoms, which would be in my affliction screen. I was trying to search this box and I picked up a berry. There's some flint, so now we can make the stone knife. Oh wait, no, I need to make the ready quartz first. And then we can make our stone knife. And I should unlock a lot more other things that we can make, such as the, we should be able to make stuff like, for instance, we can make a box trap now. Because we will find animals on these islands that we may want to, lack for a better term, kill and skin and eat. I was trying to put it nicely, but I couldn't think of any way to put it. I guess I can say put down, but you know, you don't do that. An annoying thing that does actually happen is you scare away birds and you just, I don't know how, but you just can't get these feathers. So that's the one bad thing, I'd say. Some feathers just fall in the place where you just can't get them. Though it could be, I do suspect maybe that was meant to happen and you're supposed to catch them while they're falling, not let them land. That's what I suspect, maybe. That's the only way I could justify it in my head. Because sometimes when they're falling, you can get them. When actually they land in a place where you can't get them at all. So maybe that's a thing. I'm not too sure though.